What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order. Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge.
В своем движении в другом направлении, к новому мировому порядку,
I think
новой
even
цивилизации.
even that does not describe why the world has changed so much and why the world has turned so much toward a new world order and a new kind of civilization.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order, and instead it looks like we got a lot of disorder.
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster to carry out what his father, a phrase his father used, I think, only once, and hasn't been used since, and that is a new world order.
This was a stirring address, in my view, shorter than his father's speech when he announced the New World Order.
In 1990, another old world ended, dominated by the Cold War, and people talked then, in 1990, of a new world order. What they actually meant then was a new political order. And what was not foreseen then, but is obvious now from everything that we see and do, what we experience in every day of our life, is the sheer scale and speed and scope of globalization. And it's only now that we can begin to understand that the world order that globalization brings and what it's going to look like, it's driven forward now not just by the balance of military strength, the Cold War times, or ordinary political power. It's being driven forward by a seismic shift in economic power that we see around us.
This film is about three big ideas. Most of the evil in this world is highly coordinated and is fulfilling biblical prophecy to the letter. Historical and current events are being influenced by evil to make the appearance of the Antichrist highly probable within a generation. Though the world is not yet in an apocalyptic state, the forces of organized evil affect us all now and must be resisted like never before. If you notice, all the points mentioned above involve evil. But what is evil? Webster's defines evil as something that brings about sorrow, distress, or calamity, the fact of suffering, misfortune, and wrongdoing, and a cosmic evil force. Atheists, agnostics, and determinists will have a problem with this definition. Those who are in these schools of thought claim that evil is simply the outcome of a poor environment, and that if we reformed society, the religiously biased definition of evil would be eliminated. Here's the problem with that belief. History's greatest reformers were the most evil. Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler, and Mao Zedong were either religious revisionists or atheistic communists. While it is true that evil has been done in the name of God, the greatest suffering, misfortune, and wrongdoing has been committed by people who have either tried to co-opt religion or eliminate it altogether. The atheist, agnostic, and determinist explanation of evil just doesn't add up. It is hoped by the end of this presentation You will consider or confirm your faith in God as outlined in the Bible. If you say you have an open mind, you'll watch. This film is unique in that it systematically studies the origins, activities, and destiny of evil to get you to believe in God. It is also unafraid to expose evil being carried out in the name of God, even within the Christian church, in order to minimize its effects. As such, it will name names because it has to in order to reduce evil. All this exposure of evil creates a problem. It is very easy to expose evil and not give hope. After all, fear sells. In fact, fear is often used as a vehicle to achieve power. If given the chance, fear can destroy the foundation of everything people believe in, which leaves them open to suggestion. It is also easy to give hope without exposing evil. If you don't really expose evil, you can give simplistic answers. After all, false hope and false joy are still attractive at first, but then are rejected bitterly when life's trials come. If you really plumb the depths of evil, you are left with the difficult task of giving people hope in spite of the evil you've just exposed. When you really think about it, everyone is religious. Atheism, agnosticism, and determinism are religions, for they all involve a personal system of attitudes, beliefs, and practices. Instead of getting you to believe in the Bible by insulting your beliefs, it is hoped that you will choose to believe what the Bible says by its profound explanation of evil, its accurate outline of future history, and the reassuring hope it can offer you in spite of the growing evil all around us. If you think this is all fluff, then please consider the following question. If the Bible's explanation of evil is just a myth, then why are so many anti-Christians doing everything they can to fulfill that myth? Looks like we should study the New World Order. The New World Order is a rope. That rope is made up of cords of political, military, economic, scientific, cultural, and religious power that has always been pulling the world to a definite conclusion away from God. Recently, that pull has been getting progressively stronger. Each cord of the New World Order rope is composed of people at the outer layers who have no idea what the ultimate goal of those at the center of each cord is. As people work their way to the center of each cord, the ultimate goal of those associated with the New World Order becomes clear. A one-world government, a one-world economy, a one-world military, a one-world society, and a one-world religion, all enforced with absolute control under a single world ruler. This goal is not democratic. In fact, most people will not want this goal to be pursued because it limits their freedom. In spite of popular resistance, this goal is being achieved through secrecy and progressive conditioning to make the public want this goal. But is there any evidence to prove that this goal exists?
Pat Robertson has written in a book a few years ago that we should have a world government, but only when the Messiah arrives. He wrote, literally, any attempt to achieve world order before that time must be the work of the devil. Well, join me. I'm glad to sit here at the right hand of Satan.
The primary driver of the New World Order is religion. After all, people act on what they believe. Financial control is the means by which the New World Order funds its primary tool, which is warfare. We must first understand the tool of warfare before we can grasp the matrix of control being applied to us. Once we understand these systems of control, we can then understand the belief systems of those who are controlling us. All this knowledge is necessary to form strategies of resistance to what you are probably not even aware of. But how did this mindset, control system, and tool of warfare get created?